Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Festive Fervor, the Christmas event here for Call of Duty Vanguard. And here in this video, we're going to be discussing Festive Fervor, what we have with the game, what's actually been added, what has not been added so far, and whether or not the event itself is actually any good. In my own personal opinion, it's actually a pretty solid event so far. So what we have here is a Christmas event which gives us Shipmas, which is a beautiful reimagining of Shipment. It looks incredible in my own personal opinion. Like, I will always love Winter Crash from Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare Remastered, but what we have right here just takes that to the next level. Like, kudos to the art team. The art team in Call of Duty typically kills it. I mean, you look at all the variants in the shop, you look at all the camos, you look at all the different cosmetics that Call of Duty has had over the years. The art team kills it. They really do, and this is an absolutely amazing looking version of Shipment. It's so much fun. You have your care packages. When you call those in, they're delivered by Santa himself. He flies by in a red color Jeep with reindeer. It's actually pretty cool looking, and you look at other things that they have in the game, the little things, right? When you call in attack dogs, they look like reindeer attack dogs. You have the festive bombs that have like wrapping paper on them and search and destroy, and little things like that. Going back to the main menu here, you see here when you go to your operators, you have the festive background. When you're just walking along normally, you have the festive background. That all looks really good, but I'm sure you guys are wondering, if you haven't played especially, what can we earn? Like, what's actually going on with the event itself? If we look back at Modern Warfare Remastered or Call of Duty World War II, then you guys can expect a lot of really cool and awesome earnable things in the game. Well, what we have right now is not exactly great. So here's actually the event, and these are different challenges you can do in multiplayer. In total, we can earn 2 calling cards, 1 sticker, 1 weapon charm, 1 hour of double XP, as well as 1 tier skip. If you do all of them, you unlock this quote-unquote holiday variant of the Type 11 light machine gun. Not entirely sure that's really a festive-looking variant. I don't know. It kind of just looks awful in my opinion. Like, I guess it's not horrible. It's not good, though. I don't think anyone's necessarily going to call that good. But you have to do challenges like completing games on Shipment, playing Armageddon, which is actually going to be the return of Drop Zone, which a lot of people like. That's a game mode that first came out in Modern Warfare 3, which was a game that was kind of spearheaded by Sledgehammer Games. Well, the return of Drop Zone is here. It's in the game. It's called Armageddon for some reason. I don't know why they had to rename it, but there you go. And you have to do a couple other things like shooting the elves, which are there on every single map, calling in care packages and things like that. So you have these like little elves that are running around, and you can just see them in random parts of the map giggling, which some people like, some people don't. I think once you're done with the challenge and actually just shooting 10 or 15 of them, I forget how many, I think once you're done with that, you're going to get kind of annoyed at the elves kind of giggling. But for me, it just kind of like makes the game feel more alive, makes it feel like you're actually playing an event, and I think it's kind of interesting. But aside from that, that's all you can earn. Again, 2 calling cards, 1 sticker, 1 weapon charm, and then like a tier skip and some double XP and a Type 11 light machine variant. Now, as for what you can buy for 20 of your dollary dues, you get this operator skin for Roland, an SVT variant, which of course is holiday themed. Definitely looks a lot more holiday themed than the Type 11 thing that we can actually earn. You have the Rain Dog finishing move, which has a dog that's all dressed up like a reindeer, as well as a calling card, a weapon charm, an emblem, a sticker, as well as a battle pass tier skip. So not really a whole lot to buy either. What's weird about this is if you go to your armory, you can see all the variants that are currently like within the game files, and some of them you can just click on them and it'll take you right to the store bundle, and other ones don't have a store bundle as of right now, including these variants right here, which very clearly should be part of the Festive Fervor holiday event, but they're currently not available. They cannot be earned and they cannot be purchased. They're just there in the game and they're just unable to be obtained in any way, shape, or form, which is really weird. And speaking of things that cannot be obtained, there's also some more calling cards and stickers and stuff like that for doing challenges in Warzone. Typically, whenever we have one of these events, you know, you do stuff in multiplayer, you get certain things, you do stuff in Warzone, you get certain things. Well, if you go to Warzone, there's just nothing there. There's absolutely nothing there, even hinting at the event itself, which is definitely pretty weird. I suppose I should mention Krampus as well. Krampus himself is this guy that will just randomly seemingly show up and then execute you if it's hunting you, if you're not playing the objective. But also, it shows up in like team deathmatch and stuff as well, so it seems to be kind of random. I don't know, it adds a bit of flavor, I suppose, but also it's kind of annoying if you're just on a good streak and then suddenly this giant bullet sponge of an NPC spawns and hunts down you in particular, and he's really hard to kill because, again, he's a massive bullet sponge. So, is the event good? I'd say it's serviceable, honestly. It's a fine event, but it's definitely nothing close to what we saw back during Call of Duty World War II with the Winter Siege event, or anything that we saw back during Modern Warfare Warfare Remastered with that game's event as well. Back in Modern Warfare Remastered, for playing on Winter Crash and doing different challenges like getting stunned kills and getting melee kills and getting wins and things like that, you would unlock an ugly sweater camo as well as a wrapping paper camo for your assault rifles. And you had different challenges to unlock those camos for your submachine guns and your pistols and your melee weapons and so on and so forth. We don't have anything like that here in Call of Duty Vanguard, which is very unfortunate because it was really fun actually earning all those camos for all the different weapon types in the game. It gave you a reason to continue to grind Winter Crash. It gave you a reason to get outside of your comfort zone and try different things. I enjoyed that aspect of the event quite a lot. And then you look at what we had during Call of Duty World War II with them adding guns like the Sten and the GPMG and the Gewehr and all the outfits for your operators and all the calling cards and weapon charms and things that could be bought with your armory credits, which you got for playing the game. That was a really fun event. Obviously, Winter Quarantine was pretty fun as well. So I would say this event definitely does fall short compared to previous events in the Call of Duty franchise. Is it something that you necessarily need just to show up for and grind and grind and grind? I wouldn't say so. I mean, unless you're just completely opposed to missing out on this Type 11 variant right here, which again, it barely even screams Christmas event to me. It just looks like a normal, something you'd find in the shop pretty much. So it's nothing really too crazy. I will say that this weekend we do have double everything. We're talking Operator XP, Player XP, Weapon XP, Clan XP, Battle Pass progress. Everything like that is all doubled right now, so that definitely feels pretty good. Just to grind on a beautiful version of Shipment with a Shipment 24/7 playlist that is, obviously holiday themed, then leveling up your guns and doing challenges and things like that. That does feel good. I like that aspect of it. But as for the actual event itself, I mean, I completed all the challenges and call it maybe an hour, 2 hours, something like that. You do have to play 15 games on Shipment, and it does seem like Sledgehammer Games has been working on packet burst a little bit because the game doesn't seem to have as much packet burst as it did before, and it does seem like the MVP screen votings and stuff like that go by a little bit faster than they did previously, which is nice. So it doesn't take very long to do the entire event, but that's what's kind of unfortunate. Like, they gave us the event with less than 10 days until Christmas, and then the event itself, you can knock out the entire thing in maybe an hour or two, and then you're kind of done, unless you want to buy a $20 bundle, which is unfortunate. But we do have those other variants that are sitting there in the shop, and I have to wonder what is going to happen with those. They're classified as above legendary. They're ultra rarity, which says to me that they're likely going to be part of a store bundle, and maybe they're going to release more store bundles as we get closer to Christmas. But I think that would be really missing the mark, because the fun of like a Halloween event, for example, right, or a Christmas event is enjoying the event up until that holiday. So if you're doing like a Halloween event, do it at the beginning of October so you can enjoy all of October. It's spooky month, right? And then once Halloween actually ends and becomes November, suddenly Halloween stuff isn't nearly as fun, and Halloween events aren't nearly as fun. And I think the same is true for Christmas events. I mean, giving us an event less than 10 days before the holiday itself just seems like they really missed the mark there, because once Christmas ends, I don't think very many people are going to be excited to do a Christmas event or play on a Christmas map, because the holiday's over. The fun's kind of gone. What's fun about, having the events themselves is enjoying them for like the entirety of a month leading up until that holiday, not playing them after the holiday ended, if you guys know what I mean. So I guess we'll have to wait and see how things play out with those other two variants. Maybe Sledgehammer Games has some tricks up their sleeve. I don't know. I think the event is actually pretty cool in terms of ship miss and changing the dogs and the bombs and returning drop zone. Control is back as well, if you guys enjoyed that, and adding the elves to the maps and doing the challenges like that. I think they actually did a pretty good job, but it just seems like, where's the rest of it, almost, is kind of how I feel, which I know sounds very entitled and whatever, but I'm not trying to sound entitled or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, compared to Sledgehammer's previous winter event, which is what we saw in World War II, I don't think this is nearly as good. And even comparing it to what Raven Software did back in 2016 with Modern Warfare Remastered, I also think that event was better than this one. So just, comparing things to previous events in the Call of Duty franchise, I feel as though they could have done a lot more than what they did. But what we have here is actually pretty decent. I just have to wonder, is this it, or are they going to be adding a couple more things? I suppose time will tell, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all enjoyed this little video here today. If you did, consider leaving a like. Leave your thoughts and feedback down there in the comments. Be sure to subscribe if you're new around here, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.